Yesterday, I reorganized my bookshelf. I was overwhelmed by life, trying to do everything perfectly all at once. I ended up developing an obsessive routine instead of a habitful one. So I shoved all the books back into the shelves. I didn't count, but there must be about 1,000 books. Of those, maybe 30 had been pulled out. Once I thought I wanted to read right away. But more than a month passed without me finishing a single one. Whenever I read a novel, I felt I ought to study philosophy. When I read philosophy, I thought I should be reading history. Science made poetry seem escapist. Poetry made reality feel neglected. So I scattered the books everywhere, caught between them, and lost my footing. I realize now that the reason I equate choosing one thing with rejecting all the others is because I'm too lazy to climb the mountain right in front of me. At least in my case, that's true. Oh, and that laziness is really just another word for greed or maybe despair or fear or doubt or anxiety. Once I cleared the books away, I could finally see the dusty floor and the long abandoned desk. Something like weightlessness entered the room. The door pressure vanished. Standing in front of the newly organized shelf, I picked up a book the way you might pick up a single slice of cake. I decided to study Hanja. I felt like a kind of rehabilitation. I'm not sure the comparison is exact, but studying Hanja in East Asia is probably similar to learning Latin in the West. About 70% of Korean vocabulary is built from Hanja compounds. The same goes for Japanese. In Korea, texts are usually written in Hangul so you can get by just fine without knowing any Hanja. But if you do know them, you can infer the meaning of unfamiliar words, trace their origins, and develop more layered understanding. And memorizing Hanja, that in itself is a kind of aesthetic practice. It requires immense effort, reading and writing hundreds, even thousands of complex, confusing forms. What I'm most hopeful about, though, is recovering my memory. I want to become someone who remembers daily life well, someone who builds tomorrow on the footing of today. To put it another way, I've hidden a jar of honey on a high shelf, but the ladder is too shaky to climb, so I'm learning to steady myself.